How fast are you walking into that bush? It's like, it's just not my tempo. No, rushing. Got to waltz casually into the bush, please.
Okay, so the expected set ban, they wanted to take out Kalista this time. They did ban Ahri in the last one, cutting into Mickey's champion pool and getting him on that Lulu where he couldn't hard carry the game on an assassin. I think a wise strategy for Incredible Miracle. Anarchy, Azir, Gnar, LeBlanc last game. Taking a long time thinking about this one, and Azir will be the ban one more time.
Yeah, probably going to see similar bans from Anarchy, I'd imagine.
I think IM will actually ban the LeBlanc this game, unless they want to first pick it, and they'll go ahead and first pick a Gragas if they can get it for Tucson.
You know, and I wonder, too, if they're going to get an opportunity to grab maybe a first pick Gnar.
Yeah. Definitely a possibility, especially since you know CV Max wants to play that Hecarim anyway. I think Anarchy will have to ban the Kalista. I am thinking about this one. Do they ban the LeBlanc instead and risk Mickey getting the LeBlanc? A champion he's 0-2 with so far and hasn't had as much playmaking ability, but they're going to take out his Vladimir instead.
Okay. Well, he has been very good on the Vlad. What's the last ban going to be for Anarchy? I feel like the Gnar is a pretty big threat, but they do leave open any jungler for IM if they do ban that, and Kalista as well, too. We don't know if Roar is really a Kalista player, though, do we?
We don't. We do know that he is a very good Urgot player,
Yeah.
and that is why that champion was taken out. And with the Cassiopeia, very well could be that first pick Lulu. I mean, this is really digging into Mickey's champion pool right now.
Well, yeah, if that LeBlanc does get taken.
I think you take this and just see
too.
what Mickey plays. Is he going to play the Lulu again? Well, you're not too worried about that. Yeah, Mickey got a solo kill onto Frozen rather in the last game, but Frozen still had that late game carry potential and showed up in those team fights.
Yeah, I say you go for it. Lock in the LeBlanc. They lock the LeBlanc. Oh, no. They might take the Kalista instead, and they will. Okay.
It is important to remember that this is a team that plays around its AD carry primarily. Roar, coming into this match, had an 88% kill contribution rate in their first 2 games. So IM is a team that likes to all group up and fight together and give those kills over to Roar. So putting him on a priority champion where he's going to be able to snowball this game out of the laning phase could be a priority, but that's definitely going to be Mickey taking the LeBlanc in response, I should imagine. He doesn't want to get stuck again on that Lulu. If he takes Kassadin this early, he runs the risk of getting Jace played into him.
Yeah.
So Hecarim will be taken, but that is so risky considering that the Gnar is available and that is an Apple specialty, and Gnar is really good right now in that matchup versus Hecarim since the introduction of Black Cleaver. It was already good when you could build that Frozen Mallet, and now it's even better because you can basically just endlessly win split push contests against Hecarim. So Grog is falling pretty far down the draft, actually.
Yeah. What do you think about something like a Lux into the LeBlanc? Can catch him with the light binding. Be a little bit tough, though. Or a Vel'Koz. I love Vel'Koz, but nope. It's going to be Gragas and Thresh. Pretty strong team being put together by Longzhu IM right now.
Yeah, and especially the kill pressure from the Thresh Kalista lane is absolutely huge. So you have to imagine Anarchy's going to try and get that lane swap, but if IM picks Gnar, they're going to have a significant advantage if standard lanes actually develop.
We might see Song Yun grab this Jinx again. All right, Sejuani for Lyra is certainly reasonable. But they may just leave that pick till last, the ADC pick till last.
Yeah, they are really trying to hide their hand with this one. Alistar taken just as a tanky option that can disengage.
Well, we knew this Gnar was going to come in. I mean, Apple's just so good on Gnar that it would be pretty foolish not to take it.
I'm just shocked that CV Max feels like he can deal with this matchup. He'll have Ignite, but
hey, if anyone can,
The original Korean Hecarim.
That's right. This guy's been doing it longer than nearly anyone. And would we actually see this Lux? I mean, it'd be quite the pick composition if he goes with this, but it's so fragile, too.
Lux has the lowest base HP of any champion in the game, and it's incredibly risky to play into a LeBlanc or an Assassin because you just have no mobility, and the Lulu is definitely the smarter way to go here. Build around the Kalista.
Yeah.
And that's what it's going to be.
All right, locked in. So the final pick coming in for Team Anarchy. Will it be that Jinx, or will it be something a bit tankier? Graves would certainly qualify for that, trying to blow up the back line if they go for this LeBlanc-Graves combo.
Also just trying to get in the face of Kalista early and play a lane bully.
That's right. I like it. I like the Graves pickup here.
I don't actually know very much about the Kalista-Graves matchup.
Well, I would imagine. I mean, he can. It's a lot like a lot of the other matchups for Graves, where he can just brawl a little bit more in lane. Be okay with that, but they're going to go with the Sivir instead.
Well, with Sivir, at least you can spell shield the Rens coming out of Kalista, so she has a harder time executing you. But it can be difficult to hit some of those skill shots, considering the bounciness that Kalista has, just weaving back and forth in lane by using the Martial Cadence, her passive. So interesting composition, relatively low damage from IM if Roar doesn't get rolling early. And again, Tucson has had some trouble applying early pressure and getting ganks down, and that's really what they need in this laning phase to get Roar in a place where he'll be able to hard carry this game. Now, it's also a composition where Roar can easily build Runen's Hurricane because there's going to be so much protection for him and crowd control that he'll be able to hit multiple people.
Yeah.
So I like the composition from IM as long as Kalista gets big, and Anarchy going for a lot of a single target damage to lock down the Kalista with the Hecarim and with that LeBlanc. So we're going to have to be careful, and Apple has to be very dominant in that lane to keep Hecarim down.
Well, Anarchy's given themselves opportunities to make plays, and it seems like that's where they are. They're most successful. So it all depends on Mickey, CV Max, to show what they've got against IM. A win here would be pretty big for Anarchy, but incredible miracle. They want that 2-0. They want those points, and we'll see if they can get them. It's time to move into game number 2. And here we are. Welcome once again to Summoner's Rift. Santa Gragas. What do you know? Tis this. No, it's not the season. What?
It's almost Christmas in July, Doa.
I guess so.
We're getting close to June.
It's true. So that means we're only a little over a month and a half away or so.
Well, we're closer to the 6-month period for Christmas right now, though.
Yeah, I suppose.
So Ward going down will be taken out.
Yeah, giving it to Roar even.
That valuable 10 gold. All right.
Yeah, man. I can buy 1/7, a little less than 1/7 of a ward.
Okay. So Deep Ward goes in at the red buff right now. They know the invade is coming. Ward's being placed to check Anarchy's position in lane. They really want this duo lane. Now Anarchy will recall as IM pops out in the lane to check the brush. So will they know that Anarchy is already up there at the tier 1 turret?
Doesn't appear that they've found this yet. Still kind of walking around, wandering and wondering. Wondering and wandering. Oh, hi.
I'm not sure if Mickey should have let his presence be known there, considering that he saw the duo lane going into the bottom side. Tucson will be spotted, and Anarchy is going to get standard lanes. This is not going to be very good for them. It's exactly what Incredible Miracle wanted in this situation. Sungi and Snowflower is trying to fast push this and at least get level 2 faster so they don't have to deal with the problem of losing out in an early trade with Roar and Ignar. That's going to be pushed up and blocked right there.
Yep.
Play on the wave just to take this, so we're going to be all even in terms of experience, actually.
Yeah, we'll see if maybe Roar and Ignar can get something a little bit quicker here. Waiting
They
for that
should be able
level 2.
to.
Yeah. Yeah, and Ignar's just going to provide so much zoning as well, too. Level 2 slightly earlier, but pretty much at the same time when things are all said and done.
Yeah, not a lot. Well, Anarchy, I think, get a bit of trouble right now, especially because they picked a farming jungler, so it's all up to Tucson. There are so many plays he could make.
Yeah.
On these lanes.
You can see Songyun already getting pretty poked out, too. It's not looking too good in the initial stages of this 2v2. Wow, Roar is doing a very good job of zoning.
Yep, has those Sentinels already placed down as well, so feeling very comfortable about his position. In terms of vision, already has a ward in the river. As this.
Oh, body slam onto CV Max in a little bit of trouble. That's a lot of damage. CV Max with no flash. They're not going to chase him, though. Tucson actually ends up taking quite a bit of damage from the turret.
But he already used his teleport to get it back into lane after taking a camp right at level 1 in the jungle. So taking that bit of a damage. Now you'll notice that he went back. He did the build where you hold off on buying your item until you see where you're going to go. But this could be an early dive right here, CV Max.
I think it's definitely an early dive. With that Mega Gnar, it's going to be easy. And first blood going to Tucson. That successful dive, CV Max not looking too thrilled about that one. And it's going to be a decent amount of damage to the turret, too.
Yeah, it was a great return from Tucson. Finally, we see him actually having a really big effect in the early game.
Yeah.
Because that flask was used, but wasn't able to regenerate CV Max enough by the time that gank came around again.
That's right.
And there was no response from Anarchy's jungler. They've got their hands full on the bottom side also. So Apple starting to get a lead already. Apple doesn't even have to use teleport right here if he doesn't want to. Just walking right back up as the wave naturally pushes back towards him. So a lot of CS actually denied right there from CV Max, about a little more than half a wave. And this is now...
Every little bit helps. Oh, the flash needing to be used by Ignar. And a little bit out of position there.
Yeah, Lyra in the river didn't want to be caught by a pincer maneuver, so smart to flash, but that's one less way that this bottom lane has to kill now.
Yeah. So there is that. CS lead already building, though, for Roar. And AD carry has been able to continue to just keep poking Songyun.
So I'm curious as to what Roar is going to max this game and if he's going to build the Hurricane first, because this is one of the few compositions that I would actually like to see with the Hurricane first, when you have a lot of peel for the Callista and a lot of buffing abilities, shields to make sure that she can stay close in the fray to hit multiple targets. And that way you can really use that execute. A lot of Korean Callistas actually just max the Q first because they go Bloodthirster.
Right.
But this is one of those situations where an Emax with Hurricane, I think, is justified and could be quite powerful for the mid game. Also, in the last few patches, we did see those buffs to Hurricane as well, so you get a little bit more damage, 10 more damage from it.
Right.
Ward here in the river, going to spot Tucson. 2 pink wards, man. They really want to camp CV Max. And this is smart, because he's the main way that their Callista's going to die. So if he's underpowered, there's not any way to take out their main source of damage.
CV Max pushing up a little ways here in the top lane, too. Tucson waiting under turret. Looks like they may just want to dive him again. Apple has Mega Gnar, though. Oh, Tucson finds Lyra, or vice versa here. Lyra getting some damage done early on. Here comes Mega Gnar. Apple's still there, and that'll let them kind of zone a bit.
Yeah, there's no way. Apple just hit 6. Was in Mega Gnar form. So here's a roam from Mickey. Dodge
Nice
on the
dodge.
chains.
Yeah. Hides in the brush. Lyra's like, nope.
Well, they still don't have 6 on Hecarim, so they can't complete that. Now Roar going to get attacked.
Yeah, but Laura's going to go right in onto Songyun. Songyun in a lot of trouble. Is Rend enough? It is. Roar picks up the kills there. Snowflower trying desperately to make something happen, but Ignar is there to protect his AD carry. Oh, teleport coming in, though, for CV Max. Getting low already. Roar getting taken out. And so the teleport used to just get a kill in bot lane, but I feel like this is going to just deny CV Max, more in top. Well, meanwhile, Mickey in a little bit of trouble.
Mana.
Yep, that's right, and Frozen has just enough to get that kill.
And Frozen bumping him within turret range right there also, so Mickey trying to get a very aggressive all-in, but not finding it.
Yeah. So I feel like that went a lot better for IM overall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, because the advantage, too, is that Sungyun didn't even get an assist. Meanwhile, kill goes over to Roar, so the lane advantage, pickaxe to Bloodthirster right now onto the Callista, and Roar was just waiting right there to pop the Ren stacks until the spell shield went down, flashing for it in the end. But we did see an even number of summoners used in that bottom lane, except Ignar's flash is going to be up sooner. So yeah, I mean, sure, CV Max answered with a kill of his own, and that'll help him out in topside, but now the all-in potential is huge from IM's bottom lane.
Yeah, we'll see how much it actually does help him out, because I feel like he's losing a lot of XP and farm, too, just by teleporting down, by wandering around.
Well, he's already behind in that farm, but should all be about even with the assist compared to the kill. And there we see the item differential, as our observer is highlighting. Very problematic, especially as Roar and Ignar are going to be 6 really soon.
Yeah.
And also Flash is going to be up very soon also. So Callista, actually Q and E both with 2 points at level 5, so pretty balanced build right here.
Oh, okay. Oh, Lyra maybe coming in for a lane gank. Coming down by the tier 1, as we can see on the mini-map at the moment. Just farming the jungle, so it may end up being a 3v2 in favor of Anarchy if they can pull this off. There he is.
They're expecting some sort of all-in right here.
Right.
Oh, they're baiting it really nicely. They're baiting it really well. Lyra is 6. So if IM takes this bait, it's going to be pretty silly because they haven't seen the jungler in quite a long time.
Yeah, well, that's a grab on Snowflower. That may be it. We'll see how much they want to go for it. They do. The box use. Lyra being so patient. Here comes Gragas, so Roar in a lot of trouble, though. Going to get taken out before Tucson can even get there. Ignar flaying people away. Explosive cast. Tucson has to use it just to keep his support alive.
And it looked like CD Max stopped the TP because I saw it flash on the lantern for just a split second. And CD Max may have used E to get him out of that before he could join the Fracas in the bottom lane. But Roar and Ignar committing to that, getting baited in. Songyun and Snowflower actually selling that gank pretty well.
Yeah, pretty much.
Backing off, intentionally taking that play into the box in order to set it up. And Gragas just not quite there when the action went down. So good turnaround, and that's going to help Anarchy out quite a lot. Only an assist, however, onto Songyun.
Yeah, he still kind of ends up sort of getting the short end of the stick as far as participating in kills this game. Either way.
Dragon being taken right there because Roar will respawn and then immediately walk over during the recall of Anarchy's duo lane. So they're going to pick up this one for free.
Yep, first Dragon of the game going to Longzhu IM. And Frozen doing very well in the mid lane. Mid and top still doing fine for IM.
Wow, Songyun going for Brutalizer here, so looking for lane dominance now that
Yeah, I guess so.
he started to get back in the game in terms of gold. That's going to delay his Infinity Edge by a substantial amount. Can they continue to make plays down here? Because if it's worth delaying the Infinity Edge, because he's not the only damage threat on his team. They have the LeBlanc as well. So taking out Roar again early could delay the damage from Incredible Miracle to the point where they no longer really have any.
And we'll see. I'd imagine Roar's got to be pretty close to his Bloodthirster at least by now.
I'll see if he goes for it, if he's going to go straight into Hurricane after the BF sword.
It could be.
And a couple different build paths you can go. You get that flat damage and then get the Hurricane thereafter.
And we've seen both.
Apple already has that Giant Spell. Definitely going for that Frozen Mallet build to continue punishing CV Max.
Yeah,
There's just no way you close that gap at that point. Nar just kites you forever. Mickey gets knocked around. Wow, nice.
Just completely wrapped up all the way through his passive. That was a smooth gank from IM.
Yeah,
Man.
very nice, especially because the ward had just come over the wall, too. It's not like Mickey knew that was there.
Yeah. Wow, that was very clean from Tucson.
You can see Frozen has that. He's an entire chalice up right now. Tucson again looking for a gank in topside. No explosive cask for this one.
Well, top is very low right now, so
And
Apple may
is
just be
very
able to...
close to Mega Gnar.
Yeah, he might just be able to walk up and kill the turret, and then they'll kill CV Max. Apple, though, baiting CV Max out. Here comes Tucson. CV Max is in a lot of trouble. Pushes Tucson back. Gets pushed back himself immediately. The ult used, but the ult from Mega Gnar enough to lock CV Max against that wall, and that is a kill for Apple. And they're going to get the turret as well.
Yeah, the minion wave actually finishing that one off, and now some more action down in the bottom side. Anarchy wants to all in.
Oh, Ignar brings Snowflare and gets saved by his AD carry, though. Yeah, Ignite's still used, but
checking the
looks
brush
like
right
Ignar will
there,
be
smart.
okay.
They don't know where Lyra was, and good warning by IM. If you look at the jungle, there was no way that Lyra could have been there to help with that dive because they had the pink ward right behind the red buff and then the green ward in the tri-brush, so there was no avenue unless Lyra was coming in from a lane gank, which they would have seen in the lane as well. So really, really safe dive and well set up by IM.
Yep. So Roar on his own, down in bot for now, but at least not giving over any other kills, and it looks like Tucson's there to help out if he needs it. Should be fine, though. Oh, meanwhile, another duel in the mid lane. Frozen taking a little bit of damage from Mickey, but he didn't quite hit the skill shots he wanted to, so that one will end quickly.
Well, even if he had, the Athene's done for Frozen right now. He's got a good deal of magic resist. He has flash, he has wild growth. There's not a great opportunity for Mickey to 100-0 him. Frozen also has level 2 wild growth right now. And
Yeah.
that is quite a lot of HP.
Quite a lot of wards coming down between both teams as well. The mid lane again, just really the focus for these couple games.
Well, the hope for Anarchy is that they have kept Roar down, and that is absolutely huge in a composition that's very dependent on him. But how are they going to be able to punish it? Because when Apple is at this advantage and he's going to be able to constantly win the split push, there's not really a great way for Anarchy to come together on the map and then exploit the weakness of this composition in a 5v5.
True.
They can create picks onto Roar, so they may just try and push down harder on the other side of the map and get some kills while Apple is off by himself.
Oh, Ignar looking at the brush. Here we go. Lyra comes in, but Thresh is right there as well, too. Whereas Callista still down in bot lane, so I am not wanting to fight, and it doesn't look like Anarchy wants to commit quite yet to that as well.
No, still a minute until Dragon. Both top laners with their TP up, but Apple with that significant pressure advantage continuing to push forward. No Trinity Force finished onto CV Max yet.
Not so far. But they've been taking a lot of the jungle from Anarchy at the moment. Looks like will they get the blue buff? I think they did. Grabbing Snowflower as well, too. Yeah, they did take the blue buff. I didn't see who it went on to.
Lyra has it, but Lyra also just used his smite, which
okay.
is going to be, looks like, barely up in time for this Dragon. Lots of recalls.
Oh, Frozen. There's a little bit of a shield. Mickey in trouble now, going back into the turret. And another kill. Nice hook from Ignar.
Yeah,
wow.
picking
that
the
was a
right
great
target
hook.
again. Just really good synergy from Frozen on these mid lane ganks.
Yeah.
Tucson and Ignar working very well with their mid laner to secure these kills. And Mickey, again, getting camped in this game as the way to shut this Anarchy team down.
Seems that way. Roar gets brought in.
Nice
by
dodge.
Ignar. Yep.
Dodge on the Boomerang Blade, and now the Dragon is up. Lyra's still actually waiting on that smite. Looks like there's about 8 seconds left, so that's a window if they're keeping track of it.
Well, Tucson's trying to take it by himself here. And it
Not
looks
like
he
there's any
probably
chance
can.
to smite against the Callista anyway, Doa.
Yep.
What am I even talking about?
Ren will generally do a lot more. Yeah. Well, meanwhile, Apple may be in a little bit of trouble. Max used his ultimate. Mickey over the wall, misses his chainsaw. I think Apple's still a goner. Yep, Mickey picks up a kill there. Not someone you really want to give kills to, but overall,
but
I am
actually
still the big lead.
makes him worth gold again to kill, which is
True.
something that Frozen hasn't had any trouble with so far, and has his Ignite up back. If he wants to get it again, Apple does go down, but he's going to probably, let's see, maybe not quite enough money yet for that Frozen Mallet.
Seems to be getting fairly close. Oh, Mickey tries to make another play. Frozen's done a great job of dodging the chains from LeBlanc this game.
Why does... Oh, Snowflower doesn't actually have his ult up. That's a visual bug,
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I was wondering about that.
So why is he ulting right now?
Just in case, you know. Better safe than sorry. You know, if Frozen gets poked enough, Mickey could probably do some damage, but as is, Frozen doing a good job of playing within his limits in this matchup. Yep, that ult is always on. It's a toggle now.
Wow, wouldn't that be nice?
I know, right?
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, okay.
Went away. He screamed enough that it went away. So the Frozen Mallet is completed, but CV Max has had a chance to catch back up in terms of CS.
Yeah.
So Anarchy sort of clawing their way back into this one in the laning phase.
Oh,
nice.
Songyun, grabbed by that death sentence. Roar is right there too. Snowflower taking a lot of damage. Roar may not be done yet. Here comes teleport from Apple from both top laners. Apple needs some saving here. Snowflower very low. Ult against the wall. They grab Lyra out of it as well too. It's a 3v4 though. So bold for IM. Where's the rest of the team right now? They're waiting long enough. Here comes Frozen now. Can he get the wild growth off? Just in time. No, not quite. And Roar, meanwhile, still gets to take down Snowflower. A kill for Callista, but man, Mickey is cleaning up big time. Lyra coming in, distracting Roar. Will the Ren be enough? It looks like it will be. So a double kill for Roar before it's all said and done, and Mickey finds Tucson. That's an ace.
Wow. Okay,
Well, that was a poorly advised fight for IM.
IM started that fight like you were saying, a man down, and then they teleported into a very risky situation where Roar and Ignar were not really able to help.
Yeah.
So when the dust settles, Mickey actually gets a couple more kills. Apple is down at 50% HP, only hits 2 people. Now they managed to hook Lyra, but Lyra still has his ultimate right here. Apple nearly dead and pretty much useless without that ultimate. Frozen chooses to come in and ult Apple, and then just kind of runs his way through the team fight. Mickey easily able to pick up some of these kills on the outside, but there was such a disadvantage that IM started that team fight with, and now we're dead even in kills, and Anarchy actually has a gold lead.
That was an absolutely ridiculous fight, man. It was, yeah, man down and with nobody else around.
Yeah, no one else around, and there was not really great follow-up on that Gnar ultimate, too. And again, it only hit 2 people. Now, they got the hook down onto Lyra, but it didn't ultimately matter.
Hook down onto Mickey, and wow, Anarchy just having to run for their lives here. I am going right back into it, but they may live to regret it. Another inopportune team fight. Frozen forced to ult himself. Here's Roar now. They run the fight back into the AD carry, pull out Ignar, and so it looks like they'll make it out.
They initiated that team fight without knowing where the enemy jungler was, so they took another man-down team fight, and they're probably going to lose the mid-turret for it. CV Max having a very difficult time holding in the top side. Mickey wants the kill. He's going to get it.
Wow, yep, certainly will. Oh, Tucson running into the red buff pit, and he's still alive. Not for long, though, I would imagine. Tucson's still on the run.
Wow.
What is this? What an escape from Tucson. I can't believe he made it out of there. And the hook onto Songyun. This is still happening, apparently. Apple rather nearly kills him. I had KT flashbacks for a second there. Frozen gets a kill there. This is starting to look like a KT Arrows game. And they're still chasing. Songyun's so low. But Dragon's coming up soon, too, as well. IM can just transition this into maybe an objective or 2, but okay. So they will back off. What a crazy game, though.
Yeah, and in that scuffle, what happened with Tucson that you're seeing on your screen right now is that he used his smite with the Trailblazer to actually get HP back off of the red camp. And because it was the red camp, he got more HP than he even would have gotten normally from the Trailblazer, which is why he got such a big chunk back.
Yeah.
So that could have only happened if he had gone over the red wall.
So, all part of the plan, and they get the mid lane turret because of it. And now, that's the gold lead still going towards the Anarchy, but 2 turrets for IM as well. They've tied that up anyway.
That's funny. That's like one of those really specific situations.
Yeah. You don't see that every day. Well, Anarchy invading into the jungle of IM. Tucson doing a bit of damage. Dragon up in 15 seconds, but nobody really making a move towards it yet.
Yeah, not good ward coverage down by either team. Anarchy wants to make a pick in this top side. They're picking the top turret right now, so they're not overly concerned with the Dragon. Anarchy has a chance just to solo that Dragon with Kalista. I mean, they have a Hurricane Bloodthirster Kalista. She can solo Dragon right now if she wants to, but they don't know if there are wards there as they push out this lane.
Yeah.
They're going to try and just put pressure down onto the tier 1.
Well, they're going to lose their tier 1 in top. I am losing that one. Polite applause from the audience. And there we go. Now Roar going after that Dragon. They get the grab onto Lyra, though. I am just trying to distract while Roar takes the Dragon. Pulling it out of the pit, though, I feel like you would have rather left it inside, you know?
Well, yes, but Anarchy was making a move. They had to leave, basically, so they're going to abandon that attempt. It was a nice try, but Anarchy already starting to set up. They have position in the river. Here comes Mickey for a little poke damage.
Yep, Apple there, close to Meganar. IM can certainly bully their way into this mid lane if they want to. Oh, recall actually for CV Max. He's got teleport, so he can come back, and he will do that. Teleport for CV Max, trying to come from behind here. Maybe over the wall. Nope, just kind of running in a circle. Oh, man.
He heard I liked rotation, so he ran in a circle.
That was a Monte Cristo tribute teleport right there, yeah.
I like fast rotations, you know.
That was like one of the fastest I've ever seen. I'll give it to CV Max. Well, so that happened. I got all ready to cast a team fight, and I just casted a Horse Man running in circles. Esports life. CV Max still with a flank here. And is he going to come in? I am backing away. Tucson taking some damage.
Well, I am playing this out right, just pulling back so that they couldn't get flanked right there. Apple does.
Oh, they hooked Songyun. What were you doing there? All right. He's not there anymore, so everything's okay. Apple nearly done with Meganar. Oh, explosive cast. They catch Songyun again. What in the world? And Nar actually gets a chance to throw out that ultimate. CV Max hitting very low. A big knockup by Snowflower, but where's the follow-up? CV Max taken down. That's a double kill now for Roar. Roar getting very low, taken out by Mickey, and now it's Mickey's job to turn this one around. Gets a double kill, gets taken out by Apple, and Apple taken out now. Are we getting close to a double ace? Almost. Frozen makes it out.
So that looked like a very good engage. Tucson got the big ultimate to burn down Songyun, but Mickey was in the back line, and Roar was hopping forward. And as soon as Mickey managed to take out Roar, there isn't any more damage. So watch this. So it starts out with Songyun getting hooked right there, having to use his ultimate. So good situation, they think. And there's a Gragas in the pit right now. Again. So that's a great ultimate to set this one up. So Songyun is going to get burned down while the rest of the team is actually tied up right there. But CV Max gets a good ult, and they just continue walking forward right here. Watch Roar's positioning as he jumps into the middle of the team fight to get hit by a Sejuani ultimate and then burned down by LeBlanc. And then at that point, there's just no more damage for Incredible Miracle to kill the rest of these tanks. So Frozen has to run.
Could have been a very easily won team fight for IM. But
yeah, if they just kited.
Yeah, Roar had different thoughts. Tucson going in. Oh, CV Max getting blown back again. Do you really want the Hecarim in your back lines? There's a big knockup from the Wild Growth, and now Roar is going to have to watch that positioning a little bit more. Poke on both sides. And nothing really coming out of that yet. Apple Meganar for the moment.
Well, the bloodier this...
Oh, Lyra gets grabbed. That's a lot of damage. Tucson comes over with the knockup, flashes back over the wall to escape. Getting ignited, I believe. No, not quite. Just taking some damage. Oh, meanwhile. Bug splat! Oh, no! Would you please describe the events just before this dialogue appeared, Monty? Would you like to tell us what was going on in that game? Oh,
Well,
wow.
there were a lot of kills.
Yeah, people getting caught a lot.
People got caught. There may have.
It had to happen eventually, you know. We're going back into the game, guys. It's just one of those nights, isn't it? Oh, we got another one.
Uh-oh.
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 Oh, okay.
Did Anarchy versus IM break the League of Legends?
At first, it came for Monte Cristo Sanity, and now it's going for the client itself. Oh, boy.
Looks like the players are paused, so hopefully we can get back into this one.
Well, that was like the middle of a fight, too.
Middle-ish of a fight. It was a pick. Roar was moving forward into the river at the time.
It's kind of a non-stop fight with these teams, you know? A lot of action. All right, we're trying. We're loading back up. Okay. The face on the cheerful for, I'm not sure which one I'll be honest, I don't know which one of Anarchy players that is. But he looks like kind of bemused but horrified at the same time. He's like, ugh. It's like when you click one of those scary links on the internet. It's like a prank. You're like, ha ha ha, but you're scared at the same time. Well, everyone's loaded in 90%, and that's where it's been for a little while now.
Good times.
Oh, I don't know.
Frozen doesn't know either.
Yeah.
Just chilling in his chair, waiting for the game to start again so they can clean up that fight if Roar can move far enough forward.
You'd imagine we've got redundant observer clients, though.
Well.
Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's not looking good, guys. What are we going to do, Monty, if we're deprived of Incredible Miracle versus Anarchy? I just don't know how I can go on.
I don't know how I could either, Doa.
Are we finally going to have our first, like, LCS moment where we have to be like, the games were finished off stream? We'll let you know. We can fill time forever, though.
We can.
I can tell you how the rest of that game would go in case we didn't see it. It'd be very back and forth. Leads being swapped multiple times. And eventually IM would get a team fight and win.
I think that is probably an accurate description of how this game would go.
Well, looking at the PC, as we get to see now from our preview monitors, you don't get to see. You just get to enjoy Tucson. Just enjoy Tucson right now. But basically, the loading screen is like frozen permanently as a desktop background on this computer right now.
And we just checked the internet, so we know that you can hear us because the internet is working.
That's true. That's true.
So it's not a problem with the internet here.
No.
As we sit here gloriously at 90%.
It's never a problem with the internet
in
here
Korea.
In beautiful South Korea.
It's true.
We've got great internet. I need to call up my internet company because I've heard I can upgrade to 500 megabits down, or 500 gigabits down, rather, for only like $10 more a month. I love this country.
I have 100 down, 100 up already. What are you going to do with that much internet, Doa?
I'm going to have a really great stream. If I start streaming someday, why not, man? Why wouldn't you pay $10 more a month for like 400 more up and down?
Because I don't know what I would do with it.
I would find a way to use that. Download all the games, you know. I could have like my entire Steam library downloaded in like 2 seconds. Maybe with that connection, I could like have like 10 better ping to NA server from here or something. I don't know. I don't know if it works. It probably doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that.
Can imagine. Maybe. Well.
You'd also then have to play on the NA server.
I do that sometimes, though.
I know.
With some of my old college friends. Do some social LOL playing. Get on Skype, you know.
Is that what happens on the NA server, social LOL playing?
That's
Are you trying to make a commentary here, Doa?
No, but but I suppose you could. I suppose you could. So maybe it's time to talk about fantasy LCS.
My team's doing really well, Doa.
Mine's not.
Yeah, I know. You started out this week at negative points after day one.
I did. I did. But that's only because I had Diamond. It's only because I had Diamond playing out of Europe. I'm feeling really good about my NA guys. You know, I've got Bjergsen Doublelift, really solid. I feel like the matchups for Gravity are very good. So I've got Hanser and Keen in there. And then who else do I have? Who's my jungler? No, wait, Diamond's my jungler. Who's my top laner? Who's my top laner? Oh, it's Hanser this week. That's right.
It's Hanser.
And my team is Impulse. So I feel like it's pretty good. I'm going to beat Barry badly. Beautifully. Beautifully beating Barry badly in fantasy.
That's right.
Right.
I'm feeling pretty good. I have Reckless and Rainover.
You've got a really good team.
I drafted.
In theory.
I drafted really well, if I do say so myself.
That's good. But we all know who the reigning champion of our fantasy league is. That's me. I am the reigning fantasy champion.
It's true you are.
I am. That's
Even
right.
though your stats
And
were actually horrible.
yeah, that's right. I won our fantasy league last season for the
This is
spring
so
split
embarrassing.
with the most points scored against me as
Out of
well.
any team.
So I had I didn't just win the fantasy league. I won it on hard mode, man. I won it on nightmare mode.
He basically
Yeah.
had a tiny point spread between his points taken and his points against, but
Pretty
he
much,
actually
yeah.
managed to win. It was
Yep.
sad.
It was amazing.
I feel that fantasy winning and losing shouldn't be about total points. It should be about your spread between points.
Yeah. I think it's impressive to win with the most points scored against you. It's like I had the hardest time of anybody, and I came out on top. That's right.
Well done, sir.
I'm the best. Thank you. Thank you. But so far, it's summer not looking quite as good. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure about my draft. Yeah. I got my Bjergsen Doublelift core. I'm very confident with that. But beyond that, we'll see. We'll see.
We shall see.
I don't know.
I'm going to wreck you.
I'll just hopefully beat Barry at least. That's all I care about, you know. I called my match against him a victory lap, so I have to kind of back it up now, don't I?
With your
Yeah.
negative points already?
That's right. Well, you know, the thing about negative points is that when it comes down to it, I'm trying to repeat what I did last season, which is just do it in hard mode, right? So if I don't have negative points on my jungler on day one, if I don't start out that first day at negative 0.18, then how can I get the epic win that I'm in store for this weekend? When Team Gravity takes out Dragon Knights and Enemy Esports.
That's actually probably pretty likely.
I know, so I could get a lot of points from my top and my flex, which is Keen in the mid lane.
That's right. TDK is using subs this week, so it's really only enemy that you have to worry about.
In theory.
Yeah, in theory. Probably not in reality. But
We'll see. We'll see. So I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm still feeling pretty good about that. Not feeling too good about getting into this game again, though.
we're just stuck at 90% here. It's
We are.
We've got an A on our loading screen, 90%, but it's not actually loading. I thought it'd be a good enough grade to let us actually into the game right now.
We're very strict, though. We demand only the best. We need an A+ performance. That's right. Yeah, so we had some good ramen for lunch today, didn't we?
We do.
It was a new ramen place. It was. I like ramen.
Yeah, I like the Japanese style. Most ramen in Korea is terrible compared to Japan. So.
That's true. But this was
Really
the
bad.
really good Japanese style
Yeah.
ramen, though. We both live in the same neighborhood in Korea. Not the same apartment or anything like that. That would be weird. But we live in the same neighborhood. So, we see new restaurants come up, and usually it's slightly above average. But this was really good ramen, actually. Yeah.
Quality
So-
times with ramen.
If you ever are curious about if there's good ramen in Seoul or not, there certainly is.
There's maybe one good place. Two.
Yeah, I can think of two, including the one we went to today, off the top of my head. But it exists. It exists.
But the moral of the story is if you want good ramen, go to Japan instead.
That's true. Yeah, I think that's the big takeaway we've got from this. Yeah, pretty much. So this could be one of our longest pauses ever.
I'm really excited about this extremely long pause.
I was coming into today really pumped up about Incredible Miracle versus Anarchy. But I also was like, if there's a long pause in the middle of game 2, that's just going to make my night.
It will. I was really excited
just gonna
because
be the
I have a
best.
cold and my throat is kind of dying. So, a long pause with an additional 20 minutes of talking was really what the doctor ordered.
We don't need to yell though or anything, unless we want to. I mean, I guess we could just start yelling, but I don't. I want to keep it on the down low. I want to sort of preserve my voice as much as I can. You know, Chobra's just laughing at us somewhere. That's what we know for sure. He's just watching this and laughing. I know you're out, Chobra. I see you out there. I know you're laughing at us right now. Stop it. What a jerk. Chobra's such a jerk, isn't he?
Yeah, we're glad he's leaving.
That guy. No kidding. Good riddance to bad rubbish. That's how I feel. Goodbye, Chobra. We've got Papa Smithy coming now.
He won't laugh at us.
He's Australian. He has that exotic accent. That's right. Chobra can just speak 2 languages fluently.
That's right. That's why he has to go back to America, where everyone only knows 1 language.
That's right. Well, yeah, that's true.
Pretty much.
Some people know more, but you know the thing is that everyone studies multiple languages in school, but then you just don't really get a chance to use them. Yeah, you could.
I guess.
Yeah. Hey, come on. How many languages do you speak?
1.
Yeah. See? See? Oh, Mr. Critical. Look at this guy.
I was the one saying everybody spoke 1 language. I wasn't being critical at all.
You were doing it in like a condescending way.
Why? That's how I do everything, Doa.
That's true. Okay. You got me there. All right. That is true. That's pretty much true. So what languages do you study in high school then?
French.
A French?
French.
Just French. Okay. You said a French, so it's kind of...
It was an
confusing.
French.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking.
French. I studied Spanish for 2.5 years, and then I studied German for 1 year because actually, I was 1 semester away from finishing Spanish. Thank you. I know. I almost had 3 years. I appreciate it. It was a struggle. I studied really hard. I'm glad they appreciate that. Yeah, but the teacher in my university was so bad. It was actually a Dutch woman teaching Spanish in my university, and she had a very strong accent too. So how are we supposed to understand that? That's our matchups. Are we taking a break or something?
I think we are going to take a break while they resolve this.
All right, we'll see you later, guys. Have a good one. Oh, there we go. Hi.
Hey.
Welcome back to a completely average day of League of Legends champion Korea. I'm Doa. That's Monty. Yeah, we had a bit of a pause, bit of a break. In fact, the break involved a computer.
Yeah.
And a client that broke.
Yeah, our spectators were actually kicked out of the game.
Yeah.
So
Bizarre.
they are not able to re-spectate it. However, we are going to be executing some sort of workaround, perhaps based off of viewing from the player's perspective. So this could get very interesting now. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to cobble this together.
It'll just give you an opportunity to extensively critique an individual player.
That's really what I wanted today.
You won't know where half of the other ones are. Yeah.
Should be interesting. Should be very interesting. Playing with Fog of War is...
I think we're in for a fun time. Yeah.
Well,
ready.
They keep trying to re-log in, but it does get stuck at 90% every single time.
It's really bizarre.
And, of course, we have redundant spectators here, too.
Loading. Oh, 86%. No, 91?
No.
Done.
Yeah. We do have redundant spectators, but all of our spectators were ejected.
Yeah, that's a really bizarre thing is that they were all kicked off at the same time, but who knows? I'm no League of Legends client expert, so I can't tell you what
Is anyone, Doa? Is anyone?
I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Either way, if you want to kill some time, you can go to ogn.azubu.tv and vote for some super plays because, man, have there been some. Go and check them out. They've got a website that has a bunch of clips with really good plays. You can vote for whoever I think deserves the award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting times.
You have the power within you.
To vote.
That's right.
Let democracy win.
That's right. Just allow it. Allow democracy to triumph.
I guess that means I am is democracy if anarchy is in this game.
That's true, yeah. Praise Helix. Yep. They're trying it again. They are not giving up on this loading thing.
It's not going to work.
No, it's not. Still hasn't. Yeah. Actually, you might be interested to know that Tucson is using a Gravity Esports icon for his client here.
He's a big St. Vicious fan,
I guess so. Yeah.
which is why he should probably switch it to Coast now, I guess.
Is it
Maybe
that's what happened?
Maybe he's friends with Keen.
Maybe.
Or Move, their new jungler.
Oh yeah, Move, right.
Tucson, yeah, he may know Move from China, actually, because Move was on EDG's B team, and Tucson was on OMG's B team.
Oh, okay.
So they may be LSPL buddies.
Ah, cool. They might have
So
hung out.
maybe he's representing Move.
Ah, I see.
That is the convoluted story about how Tucson and Move might know each other.
And now they're both in the same role. What a wonderful story this is. Well, I'm glad we got.
I was talking about Lyra. Never mind. I'm being silly. Tucson wasn't in China.
That's what I was wondering, but
Yeah.
I just have kind of.
I'm getting loopy. I'm getting loopy.
I've
off
kind
of
of
the
learned
pauses.
to accept that there's a lot of things that happen in the League of Legends scene around the world that I just don't know about. I just don't hear about.
Here's my
That's
new
what I thought.
theory.
I was like, oh, is Tucson in China? Sure.
Here's my new theory.
Okay.
Lyra.
6 degrees of
I
move
don't even know.
separation.
Move used to beat Lyra a lot in the LSPL. I don't even know. I don't know what the results of the LSPL were. I don't even know if Lyra and Move ever played. So my theory is they played against each other a lot, and now Tucson is using the gravity icon to remind Lyra in the loading screen of his defeats at the hand of Move, thereby intimidating him.
Could be. Could be. It could be also that Tucson is referencing St. Fish and is just very late to the party on the whole St. Fish's Smite memes. Like, it's like way old and done and dead, but Tucson's just finding out about it, and he's like, that's really funny. What team's that guy on now? Gravity? Oh, he's not? Well, too bad. I'm going to use the icon anyway. There you go.
The convoluted theories.
6 degrees
game.
of Tucson. That's right. I wonder, how would you connect Tucson to Kevin Bacon?
I can't. I'm sorry.
We've got to be able to connect Tucson to somebody. Somewhere, I don't know. It's like we're trying to find him a date now or something, but no, we're just trying to, actually, we can connect Tucson to former governor of Minnesota, Jesse Ventura, because I've met Tucson, and in high school I interviewed Jesse Ventura during a media class. So there we go. Tucson, League of Legends pro gamer, Jesse Ventura, former professional wrestler, predator fighter, politician, slightly crazy person. There you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
Are you proud that the people of Minnesota?
Yeah, totally. Who do you think we're going to some boring normal politician? No, man, professional wrestler. We were the first to elect a professional wrestler as governor, man. We were the trendsetters. So California.
This is why I left America.
All this has already happened, though. You're just what professional wrestler were you worried would get elected as a Colorado governor or New York?
I'm just ashamed.
The Rock, perhaps?
I'm just ashamed.
Jake the Snake Roberts back in the day, maybe?
No, I'm just ashamed.
Okay. We're finding a lot about Monte Cristo's feelings about his native land tonight. Yeah, you just.
They're mostly shame.
Wow. I still like America, the land of freedom and opportunity for everyone. And even though I'm far away, I still think
even though
fondly
you
of
found more opportunity in Korea than America.
amber waves of grain and great. The beer is a lot better in America. That's true.
That is true.
We drink in moderation.
Responsibly.
It's responsible. Enjoy responsibly, as alcohol is normally enjoyed in South Korea. I can't keep a straight face when I say that. Oh well, I tried. Yep. So when's the last time you watched an exciting television show? I don't know. I'm just trying to think of things.
I don't have time to watch television shows anymore, though. I just have time to watch.
You should watch Daredevil.
I know you. Everybody keeps telling me this.
It's
because
it's really good, man.
Someday.
It's really good.
So it will happen when I'm finished with The Witcher 3. So like 200 hours later.
Yeah, if you play like an hour a year or something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's a really long game. Been enjoying that one.
That's the problem, is that a lot of games I want to play are very long, like Pillars of Eternity, like Witcher 3, Dragon Age. All these things are like really long games, and I don't have time to play them all.
That's
so
right.
I play like 3 to 4 hours of each, and then I move on to the next one. It's really bad.
Let me tell you guys a story about being a gamer when you get old. You don't have time anymore. So actually, those $60 games that have hundreds of hours of content, or 100+ hours.
They were great in high school.
They were great because you got such great value. Now, I just want the game to end.
Well, it's hard too, because honestly, this is like the brutal truth about esports we're delivering here, is that when you study a game all day and all that stuff, you cast a game, and then you love video games. It's part of why you got into it in the first place. When you go home, and then you're like, oh, I should play that game, but I'd really just rather not do something gaming related for a couple hours. And so that contributes to it too as well, which is kind of sad. I could terrify my dog with my guitar. She's terrified of that thing. I can't believe how afraid that dog is of the guitar.
I mean, I'm afraid of you trying to play guitar too.
Hey, I was pretty good back in the day, man.
You set yourself up for that one.
I was pretty. You've never heard me play the guitar. You don't know. He's not an authority. He's an authority on League of Legends, but he's not an authority on my guitar playing. So don't listen to Monte Cristo on that one.
I prefer to seek the finer things in life. You know, I go for that top shelf quality.
Okay. What would you like? What? Okay. What other guitar player would you prefer to listen to, or do you just mean a different instrument? You're like into the oboe or something, the clarinet perhaps, something a bit more cultured.
Which other guitar player would I rather listen to than you? I mean,
like every other one.
So many.
I feel that. I feel that way too. I feel that way too. Yeah, I can agree.
We were actually trolled into getting back onto this broadcast, I feel,
I think
because
so.
there was no actual resolution to this problem.
Rumors of a game breaking out on this video game broadcast have been greatly exaggerated, but at least we know we could have a talk show if we wanted to. I mean, we're doing it right now.
Yeah.
Right? We just need some guests. We need a third microphone and guests.
Riot, see, you're clearly missing out. Thank you for putting our talk show on your channel. This is a great boost for us when we eventually start it. People will already know the quality.
That's right. They're trying. I mean, the thing is Riot has. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate, please. All right, thank you. We Primetime League is a very popular show. Well, it's on anyway, and we could do a talk show as well too.
Yeah,
like
but not about League.
Primetime us. Primetime OGN Desk. Doesn't need to be video game related. Oh my gosh,
wow.
Are we actually? No, we are. We're in the game. And Roar's already dead. What do you know? Songyun fighting Apple. Okay, let's keep track of both AD carries dead. It's a good start. I am backing away. Okay, so
it appeared that somehow
we're back in.
Wanted to take a turret or wanted to take a Baron right there, and then traded AD carry for AD carry. So not sure what happened in the interim. When we left this game, it was 12 kills to 12 kills. Now it is 15 to 13.
You're
I don't know what the clock was at, so they played for a few minutes.
Apparently so. And a dragon being taken by IM. This would be their third, it looks like. We're playing catch-up just like you guys are. All right. Turn that chat off. All right, there we go.
I don't want to see what the players say either. I just want to see their sick movements on the map.
That's right.
Okay, so 3 dragons over for Incredible Miracle right now. Gold advantage to Anarchy. Let's take stock of the situation. 2 Frozen Hearts, so that's going to help against Roar, that kind of only damage output. Ooh, he's getting Black Cleaver onto Callista. This is a really good build. He's going to be getting so many stacks with that in combination with the Hurricane and having some extra tankiness so he can stay in the mix longer and get...
Oh, Mickey. All right, I'm just going to end that one there. Oh, Mickey.
Oh, Mickey. So fine. And no Black Cleaver yet. Apple decided to grab the... Randuins instead.
Yeah.
So not really looking to stick in lane as much as he could otherwise against CB Max.
All right, well, Anarchy's still slightly ahead in gold too. And turrets with those dragons may really come in handy for IM a little bit later here.
Yeah, that's probably how this game is going to play out, is just around the dragon right now. Anarchy can't really allow any more to go over. And they have the multiple damage sources, so the tankiness also not really there yet, even though the locket already completed.
Yeah.
For Tucson.
You know, that Santa Graga skin throws out like Christmas presents, but they really just look like grenades.
Giant grenades?
They do, yeah.
Maybe it's more like the Santa robot from Futurama.
I haven't seen that one.
There's actually a lot of episodes.
I thought you didn't have time to watch TV.
It's in my past, Doa.
I see.
Just like everything you reference. If it was 10 years ago or more.
It's like everything before this moment right now. Let's get deep. That was in the past. Well, the game is kind of stabilized after a little bit of craziness. I'm glad we get back into it. It makes me happy.
Well,
oh, look at this. Blue buff being taken, and so IM deciding to go for a Baron. There's a ward there, though. This could be dangerous.
There's a Callista that can burst this down. CV Max already there.
Yeah, a Snowflower already there, actually, as well. Roar gets
over
knocked out.
His spears went away.
That's right. IM may be in a little bit of trouble. They turn, though, onto Snowflower, onto CV Max. Where is Roar? He needs to get back here. Apple with the, he gets taken out after using the ult. Roar comes back in, gets knocked up. That's what was a great Sejuani ultimate from Anarchy. And that basically set up the kill, the double kill for Mickey, and now Anarchy turning onto this Baron. What a play, though, by Snowflower to knock Roar out of the Baron pit.
Yeah, this is going to be so slow, but they can't go back in because the potential for Mickey to burst someone down is too great, and there's no more TP available. Apple is dead, and his TP's down anyway, so a Baron going to go over to Anarchy.
Oh, boy.
IM tries to deal with it, but Snowflower knocking Callista out of the pit, reset all the Ren stacks.
Yeah. It was a dangerous Baron. Callista or not, it was risky.
Well, they didn't turn either. They had a 2v5, or a 5v2 rather, for IM with just CV Max and Snowflower there, and they didn't take that advantage to turn. They got greedy and wanted to burst it, and instead even up the game for Anarchy in terms of those kills and then give the Baron over.
Very bizarre. So, like I mentioned, half an hour ago? So, back and forth game.
Continues to be back and forth. The question is, can Anarchy actually push this Baron advantage? IM didn't do a whole lot with that earlier. As we take a look at this again, Snowflower, I mean, that was so clutch because that Baron was so close to being taken with all of the Ren stacks that were already down. CV Max then gets an ult into the back line. Roar continues to try and kill him, but he doesn't have a whole lot of completed armor penetration yet, and then he gets just annihilated in the front, tries to pop the QSS.
Let's hide in a brush.
It's one of those times, isn't it, Doa?
They know Hachani's the coach for Anarchy. So they're trying to take advantage of it.
Well, they've got some pink wards down, but there's not going to be any real opportunities right here.
Back on the Snowflower, and they grab him with the death sentence. Not a lot of damage there, though.
They forced the TP, though.
Yeah.
Nar able to go back to lane without using it, so that's a lot of pressure off the top side.
Yep. Ooh, that was very close.
Starting to do a lot of damage, though.
Yes, he is. Looks like they're going to have to give this turret up. Apple not really able to push up that top lane as well.
Can they get an inhibitor off of this? Apple did delay his recall to reverse that wave. Now they're going to try and actually push into the mid lane, continue to snowball off of their gold lead, but still these 3 dragons from IM are quite worrisome. They have to get this next dragon. It looks like they should be able to secure it with that Baron buff, but it's going to come at the cost of probably getting another turret.
Whoa, explosive cast use doesn't hit
Snowflower.
anybody. Yeah.
And
now
it was spell shielded onto Sung Yoon, so that was actually a bit of a missed ability there from Tucson because they didn't actually get the Alistar back into the team.
Yeah, you'd think that would make it very easy for Anarchy to take this dragon now.
It's possible that he hit them and Snowflower actually had hit his ult at exactly the right time, but it was a little hard to tell right there. But regardless, they got rid of...
Oh, boy. Roar might be in trouble here. Yep, might be. More like is dead. 8-5-3 now for Mickey.
Even through the magic resist on the QSS, still taken out. But no attempt at the dragon yet. Solo split pushing. Now finally they start the dragon, but CV Max has to ult out the turret. Got some decent damage done.
Well, he's been good at distracting as well, too. So Anarchy is going to get their first dragon of the game, and that big 6% is going to be very big at this stage where everyone has so many items ready.
Yeah, and also just the denial for the 4th stack is absolutely huge.
Yeah.
So there it goes, over to Anarchy.
Yeah, not bad as well. Nice little power boost for Team Anarchy. 6K gold ahead now. So we could pretty easily go to game 3 now.
Roar sold his Phage, so he's not going to be doing that. Just got a Last Whisper instead after that last fight. The more immediate, especially against 2 Frozen Hearts, that percent penetration probably going to do a lot more work, especially if he has to burn through a Hecarim that's charging him down.
Right. Definitely going to be doing a little bit more initial damage.
Apple could be very helpful, though, with a Black Cleaver of his own, adding more armor penetration to help Roar out, considering that he is, again, really the only damage threat on this composition.
Well, he's a ways away from anything like that. So we'll see if he goes for it, maybe. Whoa. Nice attempt by Ignar, but nobody in that brush. They need to be so careful. Man, Mikey can do a lot of damage.
Mikey?
Mickey. Mikey. I don't know. I don't know.
Look at this build from Roar, too. He's going to be getting a Blade of the Ruined King as his last item, it would appear. So just having a lot more sustain and the ability to burn through some of these tanks that Anarchy is using. Now they're going to try and dive.
Tucson gets pushed back. They grab Lyra, actually knocked back with the explosive cask, but he's so tanky right now, not able to do a lot of damage. Mickey tries to get a kill onto Tucson. The turret getting very, very low, goes down anyway for Anarchy. In a different spot, Snowflower, low. Mickey takes a lot of damage, actually. Gets the chains in, and wow, somehow IM just barely holding on here.
Yeah, and just some amazing hooks, actually, by Ignar in there to set that one up. He kept people taking a lot of turret damage and kept hooking them in.
Yeah. Snowflower has to recall, so I am able to defend their tier 2.
Tucson had to flash out of that engage.
Yeah.
So 55 seconds until Baron is up. How badly do Incredible Miracle want to fight this one? Mickey going back. Only just the start of magic resistance.
Oh. Ooh, that was close.
You're not going to be able to kill that Gragas. He's got percent damage reduction and also has that lock-in. So he's one of you, probably the hardest target to kill right now. Nar has a lot of HP, but not a lot of MR. And now we're grouping up at this Baron that's going to come up in 20 seconds. Still no Callista there. CV Max darting across the map. His TP will be up a little bit after Baron spawns. And just going to split push in the meantime. However, the Gnar will be able to handle that well enough.
Yeah. I think you said it earlier when you said Apple and Roar are kind of the last chance for IM. They can still certainly win a team fight. It just needs to be pretty perfect, and it needs to not have Roar get caught.
Well, they're so afraid of the LeBlanc burst right now, and they have to get control. Baron is spawned.
Well, they should definitely be afraid of the LeBlanc burst.
Yeah, so they have to get some wards in there right now.
Oh, and there it is. Roar nearly taken out. Luckily, he can heal up pretty quickly.
He can heal up so fast, and that's the scary thing, right? And as long as Frozen is with him, he should have enough shields to survive that, but he's been separated from Frozen just a little bit.
That's the thing, is that they need to just make sure they stay together as a team. Oh, and here we go. Apple might be coming in. Yeah, perhaps. Snowflower gets caught. Ignar actually flays him away. And Ignar just ends up getting poked, and I am not getting to do a whole lot here. Mickey trying to come from behind. Maybe he can take out Thresh. Oh, boy. All right, here comes Lyra as well. A little bit of an awkward situation for IM right now. But they're just going to go up the mid lane. Wow, they are going to fight this. This is like last-ditch effort here. The box goes down. Apple, almost Mega Gnar. It could be good. Yep, about to become Mega Gnar. Very low health, though. Mickey comes in to try to get some damage, though. There's a Mega Gnar. Meanwhile, CV Max over the top. Roar manages to get out of the ultimate, though. Snowflower and CV Max trying to chase him down. Lyra's there as well. Roar is on his own, and CV Max is trying to get the kill. The kiting for Callista is happening, but everybody chasing him down now. There's a double kill as Mickey comes in and takes him out. Tucson in trouble as well. Back over the wall, and he's going to lead Lyra on a merry chase.
To death.
To death.
And that's actually probably going to be the end of this game, as the rest of Anarchy are right in the mid lane pushing down this tower.
Yeah. Low health, but the death timers should be just long enough. unless Tucson can make a miracle play here. Looks like they'll just have to settle for the inhibitor, though.
Oh, wow, going back, maybe going for this Baron, but there's a lot of home guard boots coming out. And also teleport up for Apple in 10 seconds.
Well, Ignar can't go in 1v4 here. He needs to be very, very careful. And I think they should be able to get this Baron, yeah.
But can they get the Dragon after it is the next question, because that's going to put IM on the cusp of having 5.
Yeah.
So they can rush to the Dragon right now before Anarchy is able to respond. They know Mickey is at half health in the top lane, clearing out this minion wave, so they should absolutely just rush Dragon right now.
I think that's exactly what they're doing, yep. People on the way right now. Frozen and Apple going to that Dragon, and so this will be a 4th Dragon then for IM. They should be able to get it. They're being very careful about warding.
They see Sivir as well in the bottom lane, so now this is a great opportunity for them to get this Dragon that they can really, really utilize later in this game if they can hold out from this Baron.
Oh, that's huge. They just need to win this fight too. Songyun, they're going to turn onto him. Songyun in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to go down. Roar has a great position on this team fight, loading a lot of damage in with the AD carry down. It may be good, but look at this. Kills coming in for Anarchy anyway. Roar gets taken out, and it looks like Anarchy's going to be able to end it right here. Another double kill for Mickey. They had to go for that Dragon, but Anarchy taking the fight, and Songyun kind of giving his life, I guess, for the win.
Yeah, now they're just going to charge down the middle, go ahead and end this game, and send us to a Game 3 tonight.
I guess so. I guess so. Only Tucson left to try to stop this from happening. I don't think that's going to go too well for him. Dodging the skill shots, but the Nexus can't dodge anything. And that is it. Well, he gets the kill on the Mickey at the end, but we are going to go to game number 3 as the Nexus goes down. GG. Crazy night.
It is a crazy night indeed. Lots of kills in that game, lot back and forth, many throws were had. But in the end, this composition built around Kalista just didn't quite work. Too easy to be locked down by some of the burst coming through. So, wacky game, but in the end, Anarchy actually takes it despite being down early.
Very wacky game. And we will see if IM is able to sort of regroup after that. And that was a game where IM really had everything going for them, but just
they
sort
did.
Of
they had the advantage in top lane too with that Gnar.
Yeah, some bad decisions.
And Anarchy too. Mickey coming back. Remember, Mickey was 0-3-0 earlier in this game, and he actually still managed to come back, have an effect, find the picks in this game, and pull out a win for the team in the end.
Wow. Well, we'll be back, guys, with game number 3. Don't go anywhere.